Welcome to BTM Reviews, where we talk about the news. Got the scoop you need to hear. Stay a while, join the cheer. Super Chat Me, let's go live. Feel the buzz and take a dive. Super Chat Me, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today. Pour the bourbon, let it flow. Talking drinks you need to know. Whiskey's aged in barrels old. Stories told in glasses full. Super Chat Me, let's go live. Feel the buzz and take a dive. Super Chat Me, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today. Boys and gadgets, playtime fun. From old school to brand new ones. Action figures, cars that zoom. Fill your heart and light the room. Super Chat Me, let's go live. Feel the buzz and take a dive. Super Chat Me, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today. Movies, flicks on silver screens. Drama, action, fill your dreams. Real to real, the stories told. Lights and camera, new and old. Super Chat Me, let's go live. Feel the buzz and take a dive. Super Chat Me, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today. Movies, flicks on silver screens. Drama, action, fill your dreams. Real to real, the stories told. Lights and camera, new and old. Super Chat Me, let's go live. Feel the buzz, come take a dive. Super Chat Me, don't delay. Join the fun, it's here today.
Hey guys, welcome to BTM Reviews. This is Dave. I hope you're doing well this Friday. I am doing fantastic. Another good day today. Today was just a good day. Got to get on 2 conference calls, which I'm normally not into, but both conference calls were actually helping my job. A lot of conference calls never help your job. They just are people yapping. These actually help the job, so that was productive. And I was going to go to the county fair today, but I suckered my wife into letting me go tomorrow. Just kidding. She's standing right next to me. That's why I said it. So we're going to go to the fair tomorrow with my grandson. It's a Kane County fair. It's is it Kane County? No, well, that's the name of the town. Is it Sandwich Fair? The Sandwich Fair. The name of the town is Sandwich. So we're going to go to Sandwich Fair, look at some farm animals, all that fun stuff. Get some pig ears or funnel cake, all that good stuff. So anyway, that was good. Oh, and then I got another stack of Marvel comics that my wife found for me. Old Thor, Spider-Man, Avengers. some Silver Surfer low water mark.
Cool.
Yeah, some Silver Surfer, pretty crazy, right?
Yeah, Thor and Silver Surfer were among my favorites, and Fantastic Four from back in my day.
There was no Fantastic Four, but there was a bunch of Thor and some Captain America stuff. But Thor, it's only one or two Silver Surfers. But I was just like, oh, we got to keep that because she's going to a flea market to sell stuff, and she was going through the comics. I said, no, not those. Never a Silver Surfer. I'll send that to low watermark. He'll enjoy that. So how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing good. Came off of a hard work week, but looking forward to having a relaxing weekend and maybe do a little streaming here or there. We'll see.
Ooh. Oh, yeah, you might be on a show tomorrow night, right?
Could be. You know, it's a tentative thing, but hopefully it'll work out. So,
well, when he was here last night, he sounded like it was going to happen. So, what's up, Katie Did? How are you? What's up, Elemental, Ted Lehman, Nicholas? I made a Moral Fat 40-ounce a mod today. So, if anybody, messes up a Moral, don't do anything to them. The only thing they can mess up is make fun of our wife and kids, right, guys?
that's right.
Other than that, have at it. What's up, Jim?
What's up, man? How's it going, man? What's up, man?
It's doing good. Oh,
Man.
Katie, you're streaming tomorrow night at 10? Cool. That's late. You're doing late night streams now? Didn't you used to start like at 8:30? Oh, but that's 10 Eastern, right? That's 9. That's not too late. What's up, Andrew? Pastor Flash, how are you? Yeah, so low watermark last night was just another theory stream, but it was really kind of crazy because it turned into a different stream, but it wasn't Eric detracting. It was this other detracting Jim just talking about different stuff. But it was fun. And then I think it was like 5 hours though. So I told Jim tonight, we're going to keep it to 4. we're not going crazy. We're not doing, I got to go to that fair tomorrow. I'm going to wake up and hang out with the grandson and wife and have fun, not be feeling like crap. So what's up, Julio?
Nothing but the rent. Good to see you guys. Thanks for having me on, Dave.
Of course. Yeah. You ditched us last night to hang out with your kid. What kind of weak sauce is that?
I know. I got to get my priorities straight. My apologies.
Just to watch football?
I had to see the Black National Anthem played.
What is that?
I don't know.
Is that a real thing?
Oh, yeah. They played that, went to commercial, then they played the real national anthem afterward.
There's a Black National Anthem?
Mm-hmm. It was called, I don't know what it was called, Learning to Fly or something weird.
Oh, I
don't know.
I thought it was I Like Big Butts by.
Why would there be a Black National Anthem?
I don't know. They get angry. What they want. Oh,
Because it just makes more division, so that's what they want.
right.
Yeah.
But the game was great. So I like.
I would have
football
fucking
too.
turned that game off in 3 seconds if I would have saw a Black National Anthem before the game.
I don't want to throw the baby out with the bathwater. I've been watching football my whole life. I will sit.
Sometimes you just gotta throw that. Sometimes you gotta throw that baby out.
That baby's got to go, baby.
Plus, I'm with my son. He wants to watch.
They're
game.
disrespecting everybody.
Well, you're right. That's why usually I watch Red Zone on Sundays because that's just football. There's no commercials. There's no this and that. It's just,
Well, after my son would have dug the remote control out of the TV.
That's what I said, Katie. When Julio said he's watching football, I said, football season started? Oh, don't even care. Like,
I wouldn't have been that annoyed except if the song was better. But
dude, it's annoying. It's the national anthem.
I like Gold Digger by Kanye or something. I'd be good with that.
Nobody calls it the white national anthem or the anti-black national anthem. It's the national anthem. It's inclusive.
Hey, my son wants to watch football. I'm a simple man. I watch football. Katie's a Cowboy fan. Oh boy. Mm-mm.
Oh my God.
Hail to the Redskins, Katie.
Oh, Watermark, what do you think about a black national anthem? He doesn't.
No comment.
He has no thoughts. He didn't hear me, did he?
Yeah, my sound is having problems right now. I'm trying to fix it.
Oh,
It's
okay.
it's called Lift Every Voice and Sing. And the irony of it is right before they did the Black Panther-
Wait, time out.
Sure.
How are they lifting every voice if it's just the black national anthem?
I don't know.
Isn't that
I don't-
ironic?
Yeah.
It should be lift the black voice.
What was kind of funny is
And-
right beforehand they did a moment of silence for inner city violence in Kansas City, and they went right into
A
the
moment
black-
of silence for inner city
I
violence,
swear
and it go pop, 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 pop. Was that the
It
moment
was-
of silence?
I thought it was a bit on the nose.
What? I'm. This is so frustrating, dude. Like,
It's football. I just fuck it. It's 5 minutes of annoyance, and then I get entertained for 3 hours. with
They're
my-
only going to learn if people stop watching.
well, I didn't pay.
You
for
see
it.
how well that's worked for Disney, right?
yeah, sure. Yeah, it's never having a bad year. All these years of FNT and
Dave, I
What
think we just found a new fucking show.
what?
Detracting the NFL. We'll just find all the stupid shit they do and make fun of it.
I'm all over that. I'm a
Would
huge
not-
sports ball nerd. Love me some hockey. Love me some.
I'm not talking. We won't talk about any of the game itself. Just the stupid shit that happens around it.
You don't want breakdowns of the highlights? Oh, okay.
No.
Here you go, Captain.
I'm talking like-
just for you.
Just like from the time the program starts
Mhm.
until kickoff or tip off or the first pitch or face off, all the sports leagues will cover them. You know?
I'll do it on
And
my
then-
show. What do you think? Handicapping with Julio. What do you think of that? It's a little catchy, isn't it?
Yeah, why are the sports handicapped with Julio?
Oh yeah, angry Viking veteran. I stopped watching as soon as they took a knee with that whole Kaepernick bullshit. I stopped watching, and then last year I got sucked back in because my old team, the Lions, were winning finally, and I got
Mhm.
sucked
See?
in.
See?
But I ain't going back. They can fuck off because they didn't send me any money for watching them. Fuck them.
And they
Simply
blew it.
Cream caught that.
G&G has the sports channel that does that too. They make fun of the NFL.
Oh, what the fuck? I can't
Oh,
come up with any good idea.
Was that a Pat McAfee reference, Jim?
Pogrom?
Oh, you're going back to the four. All right, I got you. Never mind.
Oh, you talking Cosell?
No. There's a guy named Pat McAfee who does a sports show every day on ESPN.
Oh,
and he
he's a dick.
program.
Yeah, yeah.
But then I
he's a-
thought about it for a second and realized it came from Jim, and it clicked. A minute. I had a couple of.
No, it has to do with a little thing that happened around 1917 in Russia. But we'll just,
Little
gloss
thing.
over that. Little thing.
I watched a few games in '85, but not since the Bears won.
Super Bowl shuffle.
We are the Bears shuffling crew.
Sick.
Shuffling on down, doing it for you. We're not here to cause no trouble. We're just here to do the big butt bubble. Something like that. I don't know.
Didn't they have like the all-time greatest defense ever
They were amazing.
They were good, but I don't know about
for
all
the
time
for the season? As far
For
as
that
stats
season,
go.
it was really good. But I think the Ravens actually had better stats one year, if I'm not mistaken. Just
Well, I mean,
2000
the year-
Ravens were
when
amazing.
the year they won. The year they
where
won.
they
it was
won,
like-
they were phenomenal.
Yeah.
But they only lost to the Miami Dolphins that year.
Oh yeah, remember Shula? But it was like the 15th game of the season, right?
Well, no, what happened is they all went out and got fucked up the night before the game doing coke and allegedly doing partying things in Miami with hookers and everything, and so they lost.
Well, yeah. There's always an excuse.
Good
There's
for them.
always an excuse.
Just boys doing boys.
The Bears are moving to my school days town, Arlington Heights.
Yeah, they're moving out of Soldiers Field. They're moving to
They're
I
building
think
a new stadium?
in the old racetrack, old Arlington racetrack, if I'm not mistaken.
What's wrong with Soldier Field? The rent?
It sucks. There's not a good seat in the entire fucking place. Besides that, it's awesome. You know, there's an entire racetrack around the field that you could drive, 4 lanes of cars on.
At Soldier Field. Yeah.
Yeah.
What was it built like 1908 or something?
Well, it's built as a place to do races.
Right. I mean, but it was a multi-purpose venue, right? Like they
Pretty
could
much it was built
race.
to do races. The Bears started out playing at Wrigley Field.
Is it still called Soldier Field?
Soldiers Field.
Soldiers.
So they didn't sell the rights?
No, that's a
Oh,
no,
that's
they can't.
All right.
It's
Still
owned by the city.
Soldiers Field.
Yeah, the city owns it.
It was built as a memorial to I think, the Spanish-American War. But
I'm
not
taking that
100%
wrench away, Moral. You can't be late. Just kidding. Hey, low watermark. You know I won that auction, right, for that Sturgis art?
Yeah, yeah. Did it come in?
Yeah.
Have it?
I'll show you. Guys, I told you guys I was going to make some stuff, right? Here we go. Here's some hoodies and t-shirts with
Amazing.
the Sturgis. We've got multiple colors that you guys can choose from. The hoodies are in multiple colors. So you can just go, the link is it's pinned to the chat. You can just go check it out. I made some coffee mugs. I got a hot pink Sturgis.
Got my eye on that, Dave. I can't lie. I'm going to have to pop a mug.
I should have drank the coffee instead of, the jizz. I should have drank the coffee. And then this shirt's got.
Oh, it should have said "Have a drink with jizz."
No. We get the joke. If you buy the mug, you get the joke, right? But you see, it's even got Shane Davis's autograph on there, on everything, because he's the one who did the drawing. So I'll make more stuff with it. This one's just the picture, no commentary, and
I just realized something. I don't know. I didn't even think about this until right now when I'm seeing this.
Yeah.
I hope that he does not hail from a tribe that had 12 groups of people from the Middle East, because this would be considered very bad.
He's not rubbing his hands, though, together.
So I blew it up a little bit so you guys can see it. And you can see, guys, I got plenty of sizes to choose from. So let's see.
You don't have extra small?
Oh, like kid sizes?
Yeah.
No. I tried to do different hoodies with different colors and different shirts with different colors. This, for that 0.0% female audience that might want to buy a shirt.
See, Captain Bipto knew where I was going with that.
Mm-hmm.
Captain Bipto, if I can jump in, was the
like
king
that
of the
green.
chat last night. He was dropping all kinds of deep references, like George Hamilton and shit like that.
So that's what I did with it so far. So pretty
Nice.
cool, I thought.
Just in time for Christmas.
Yeah.
Good thinking.
Yeah. I need it. Well, I will make a pink one, Katie, because you can have like a ton of different campaigns. It's crazy what they'll let you do on that fucking place. It doesn't cost me any money up front. They just print it and they keep it on the back end. So I'm not dedicated to purchase a bunch of stuff. Now, the more you sell, I think they give you discounts, but it takes a lot. Like you got to sell a lot. Like
Sweatshop Dave.
yeah. Well, Andrew Campbell over in Australia probably won't have to pay $80 in shipping because they probably got a print shop in Australia that will just have normal shipping, right? Because it's not Teesprings anymore either, low watermark. They changed the name to Springs. So, and I was going to make a ball cap, but the only hat they have is like a Gilligan hat.
Oh, like a bucket hat?
Yes. That Sturgis logo might actually look pretty good on that bucket hat, but I didn't want to do it.
No, that's a bridge too far, Dave.
Of course they were. What is Sturgis like? Is he Jewish? What does that mean? Anti-Semitic.
I don't think anybody said anything about Jewish. I don't remember.
But the repertards were saying that the drawing was anti-Semitic the day after Shane drew it. Well, then I'm an anti-Semite for buying it, right? Low watermark?
Must be.
Well, we could sell Jim. That'd probably be pretty easy. Yes, we're gonna play the Eric July video tonight where he's promoting other creators. Finally, low watermark.
Oh,
Think he's hearing his critics.
showing
Seems
them
like
up, showing them up though. See, I told you I was going to do it.
Right. And then I guess he did a video 5 days ago where him and Az were bitching about crowdfunding and the Indiegogo like is bad news for comic book guys who don't like they're making fun of Ethan basically, right? I never saw the video, but I think that's the one I heard Ethan talking about. Like, well, you got to read the whole thing. This is not what they're talking about. This isn't going to affect his business at all. So we might watch that one too. He took a picture down of Phil Diaz. I'm surprised they promoted Iconic Comics Cayman America. Well, who cares? He doesn't mean any other guys. He's just doing it.
He had the wrong guy or something.
Right. So he doesn't care. He's just doing it because he's trying to say, oh, look, they're wrong. I do promote other. It's only taken 2 years, low watermark, for him to do that. So it comes from a very place of disingenuousness.
I have a theory actually, because there was 2 people on there that there was 2 people on that list, on his list of pictures that he promoted that 3, but one of them is understandable, but there's 2 other ones, and there's this rumor going around, people are spreading that there's 2 kings that are going to leave because that they're mad at Ethan. So
really?
Yeah, so there's 2
We'll see how that works. We'll see how that works out for him.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if he promoted Billy Tucci and Aaron Lopresti.
Oh, well, let's.
That's probably a specific jab at Ethan to try to make him think those guys are talking behind his back or something. Maybe, I don't know.
Eric's not winning this battle, dude. You can see just over time, it's just drop. As Ethan's climbing and climbing and climbing, his books keep making money. They keep growing. Every time he does a sale, they just sell out every time, Jim. Special covers, special toy prices, all that stuff.
Do you think Eric should do the EVS model and do just lots of streaming, like QVC style with eBay sales and super chats and stuff? Do you think he would?
He used to do that, dude.
Did he?
But he did.
I was being serious. I'm like, well, work for Ethan.
But he didn't make comics. He just was a commentator, right? Low watermark. That's what he did.
Yeah.
And did very well. We've talked about this before. He actually smiled back in the day. He looked like he was having fun. He wasn't angry all the time.
Is Katie asking for a link?
I think that's what she said.
Did she?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. Jim, you can send her the link if you saw it. But I got it.
Well, she asked Dave.
But you know what? I
didn't know if maybe
I don't have my notifications on for my DMs, so I don't see them.
Well, I didn't know if maybe there was something else going on that I wasn't aware of.
Well, we have Katie Did joining us, chat. This is going to get even better. One female is not enough. Y'all figure out who the other one is, Julio.
All right, if Katie's coming in, I'm going to change my picture.
Oh,
amazing.
Should I change mine to?
What you talk about, Katie?
I'll change mine to the white version of the same guy. Jim Seven.
Your thing looks like the guy from Boardwalk Empire. What's his name? Dr. Valentine or whatever.
Yeah,
that's what he looks like there.
I tell the hair on.
The Libyan, right?
Jim's having way too much fun with this face swap stuff, dude. Every day he's sent, but then Dan Blackroyd has to take it 10 times too far. Hi, Katie Did. How are you?
Good. I hope I sound okay. Sorry for the crickets.
Oh, I love the crickets. Makes me think you're outside just chilling.
I am actually.
Wow, that one sounds like it's in your lap.
Oh, goodness. It's good to see you, Low Watermark, and Julio, and Jim.
Nice to see you.
Are you, Katie?
Good. Feel good.
Have you been drinking tonight?
No.
Not yet.
No, honestly, ever since I had my kids, I really don't drink much anymore. Because it's like, yeah, I can have a beer or two, but like, I guess it's paranoia. Like, what if something happens, And
Oh, I know. I went 30
like,
years without drinking.
yeah, so you get it, yeah.
Mhm.
But if we don't have kids for the night or something, yeah, I'll back a few.
Mm.
So
So how's things going for you, Katie? Your
they're
your
going.
secondary channel, you haven't put much on there lately.
No, I did put up some old clips that I found from last week. Um, I'm gonna be honest with you. After last weekend and getting those streams, my brain is fried. Like it's fried.
Mm.
Like when Ethan was talking about how Eric was taking a break from surgery, and I'm like, oh, thank God, thank you, thank you. I don't have to hear your mouth for a week or two. Thank you. It's the break I need. But I got a couple of stuff I've recorded that I just need to sit down and get it done because I definitely want to make some clips out of that big stream that I was able to snatch last weekend. So I just got to be able to sit down and go through it and stuff. But we're
Also,
working on it.
it gets really old too, doesn't it, Katie? Like, oh no, I got to hear this guy again. Oh no.
I'll be honest with you. After last weekend, I just was so fried. I mean, I've been fried before, but nothing like it was last weekend. Last weekend, I was like, if I hear this motherfucker's voice one more time, I'm gonna literally punch a wall. Like that's how just wearing you out. But it was worth it. I was successfully able to expose Eric with that stream, and then him putting it back up, and
Oh,
then
that was
him
fantastic.
denying
Yeah.
it, which I knew he would, but it's like, oh, I'm so glad somebody in his chat asked. I'm going to just put this with my little clip I was going to make. Perfect. So, but no, I honestly, the old Eric July stuff that I've got on the clip channel, I came across those by accident because what I've been trying to do is go back and see the moments that he talked about. These are a collection series, limited time. You won't be able to get these covers after the campaign. So I've been going through a lot of his old content and came across some pretty good ones. But I noticed that he has, for Canon's sake, streamed up all the way until when he gets the Ripperverse going and ISOM, those streams are gone. It's like he went from right up to when the Ripperverse started, and then there's just this huge gap of I want to say maybe 6 months missing of content. So I have no idea. So, but I'm still going through. I'm still trying to find it so I can make a video of it together. But here's the funny part. So remember a while ago, long time ago, Eric would say, I never said I walk on the graves of Marvel and DC. I've never said that before. Well, I found it just by accident. So I was like, oh, perfect, because you've been denying this claim. And I literally got you twice saying the same thing. So I was pretty proud of myself on that one. But,
Are they already
and then
up?
I found, yes, they're already up. I have that one up, and then I have the one where he was talking about EVS helping him get the Ripperverse going and complimenting Ethan and all that. And I was like, wow, that's a good one too, because he mentions from the stream last weekend, because Pravlat Gulati actually messaged me during that stream, the day after stream. And he's like, I'm sitting in super chats. What should I ask him? And be like, well, ask him why you private the stream and then put it up. That's the question I would be asking. But I told him, I said, just ask whatever you want. Just be cautious of how you say it, because if you come off as kind of aggressive, he will not read it. He's done
And
it to
he
me
spent
twice.
a lot of time blowing smoke up his own ass from that one question on that stream. Like, it was
Yep.
crazy. Like how much he was talking about how what I do is different, and it always goes back to the shipping. I mean, he never even answered his question. he never answered the
Yeah.
question, but he spent 20 minutes talking around the actual question so that Eric could talk about how he's the most unique comic book guy out there. It was really hilarious.
Well,
I-
you know what's funny? So when I was at work, because I made the mistake last time when I was at work and I saw him streaming, and I was like, "Ah, I'll get it later." And then that's when it disappeared. And that was when the $5 sale first started. And I had somebody who apparently watched the stream and was in the chat. And they told me that they first asked me if I got it, and I said, no, I don't. And he says, "Oh my gosh, I wish you did because it was a shit show in the chat." Apparently, he had several people complain to him about it. So I hate that I missed it. So when this stream come up, I said, it might be nothing. It might be a nothing burger, but I'm just going to put it on my phone, record it, set my phone down, and go back to cutting some hair and stuff. And there was a couple times I would come back to get the broom and I would just look to see. And that's when I saw that super chat about that guy asking about the ice and stuff. And I said, oh, okay, this might be good. So I went back, did my work, and then when I got off work, I listened to it on the way home and I said, holy shit, I nailed him. Okay, I need to get this together as soon as possible. So as soon as I got home, my husband and kids weren't home yet. They were out with my in-laws somewhere and they hadn't got home yet. So I said, okay, well, this is perfect. Let me sit down here. Let me just get this cut up real quick because I knew Ethan was about to stream.
Mhm.
So that's why there was long pauses. I just didn't have time to get those taken out. But at the same time,
You're
I'm kind of-
apologizing to Ethan on his stream. I'm like, Katie, stop apologizing. Stop.
Rule number one of the internet is never apologize for anything.
I mean,
right.
did he send you a check for the clip? No, just here's a clip. Enjoy it. The first clip he ever played of me is the first video low watermark said, Dave, fix your sound, stupid, because I echoed through the whole video. But Ethan played the whole thing, like, because he suffered through it. And I was so embarrassed. I'm like, oh my God, that's terrible. I need to actually listen to these before I put them on the internet.
No, but I mean, you've heard, that's funny you say that, Dave, because speculation is I get paid by Ethan.
Oh,
And I'm
no
like,
way.
that motherfucker hasn't sent me a super chat. I ain't got a check in the mail. Yeah, hey,
He
I
sends
want to get
subscribers
paid.
to your channel, though, and that's what that's how he pays.
That's what he did. Yes,
Yep.
yes. I'm happy regardless. But I just think it's so funny. Then you say that, and I'm like, you know. But I love it. I'm forever thankful for him to help my channel grow. And I mean, I had a great stream this past Saturday. A lot of good support, like Low Watermark and Tiki the Mighty and stuff. That really helped because here's the thing about clips. People get this perception that you must make a lot of money on these clips. The highest I've made on a clip was probably $100, and that's because it got about 3,000 views.
Mhm.
But see, a lot of them don't go up to at least 2,000 views.
Mhm.
It's a hit and miss. You really
And if they're
don't
less
make
than
much
5
with the
minutes, you only
clips.
get one ad. You don't even get the mid run. Yeah, people don't get it,
Exactly.
man. Like, it's
$100? I got to get in on this gimmick.
it's not, dude. You know how hard it is to get
trying to
2,000
remember
people
what
to watch a
clip it-
video?
Julio clips coming next week.
I'm trying to remember what clip it was because in your YouTube studio it tells you like how much monetization or how much money you made on a stream with super chats or any videos you put out. And I think the highest was 100, but I think that was several months ago. I want to say that's probably when Trash Cast got started. And I think it was, I got to go back and look, but you really don't make a whole lot of money off the clips. But I'm not really doing it for the money. I just do it because it's fun and I like to hold people's feet to the fire. So when I do get a little bit, it's great. But after that stream with Low Watermark, I mean, it really helped. And I was like, this is great because it goes to my family. Like it's for us to plan things and do stuff with the kids and and so it's like, oh, this is great. So we kind of plan a trip with the kids in the next couple of weeks. Taking
All for
some
the
of them through
YouTube money,
fun.
Katie? That's great.
Yeah,
Nice.
that's all I use it for is for whatever the kids want or activities or something we can do. And that's why I'm just blessed. I'm so thankful because, we would still do these things with our kids, but having that little extra does make a big difference.
It was
Especially-
crazy last night, Katie, on a theory stream. Pranvat Gulati showed up in here and dropped 50 memberships. I'm like, well, you never even been here before, man. Holy shit. It was so generous. It's like out of nowhere.
He's awesome.
I don't even know if he stayed. He just, I guess he watches enough Ethan to hear our name, and he just comes in and supports the channel and walks out. It was incredible. So,
Yeah, he's awesome. He's
but every
awesome
super
and-
chatter is awesome. Anybody that's willing to
Exactly.
send me money, like Tiki for $2, thank you. And he says hi.
There's Tiki.
There's Tiki. I mean, $2. That's more than I would have ever expected. And I
Oh,
certainly
I'm
never.
thankful for it too, because it's like, everything's so expensive. Like
Mm.
it's ridiculous how prices have just skyrocketed, especially when you have two young ones that eat everything out of the fridge. So
Oh.
I'm just grateful that people are willing to just send me something. It's like I feel like sometimes I don't deserve it because I'm like I'm just a clipper, but I'm so thankful because it has helped us. And if I get demonetized tomorrow, oh well, who cares? As long as I got my channel and I got people watching my stuff, that's all that matters in the end, really.
Well, and they can't take away your super chats when they demonetize you, can they, Katie?
I think they can. When you are demonetized, you get nothing.
Well, I thought it was just your ad revenue. So they can take okay, yeah. So Dick can't make super chats to Jim Wright on his old channel. It has to be with the Veto Show, right? The biggest problem.
He doesn't have a channel. They took his channel away.
Yeah,
That's
they
what I'm
took
saying,
his
but-
channel
okay.
away.
But if it was okay, so
Yeah, no, they took his
like Tim
channel away.
Pool's demonetized. He doesn't make any money on YouTube. He just broadcasts there for people to watch it, and then they can super chat him on his own website, right?
Actually, you might be right, Dave. I always thought they took the super chats away because
I
when
don't-
I think of demonetization, I'm thinking like they take everything from you.
Mm-mm. I think it's just ad revenue.
No, it's just ad
Okay.
revenue. I think once you get super chat stuff like that and memberships, I don't
Okay,
think
well,
they
that's
can
good
take
to
that
know.
away from you.
Why would they? I mean, they still make 30% off of that stuff. So they don't want to completely cuck your channel. If you're not worthy of our ads. I mean, hell, half my videos aren't worthy of or live streams are not worthy of ads anyway. They're yellow all the time. And I don't, I tried to do the ads during the live stream, Katie. My chat said, no. This is ridiculous. We've been watching 10 minutes and they've already shown me 5 Kamala Harris ads, Dave.
Oof.
So I
Ugh.
stopped real quick. You do not want to drive your audience away because you decide to make 8 cents in fucking ad revenue for a live stream.
You mentioned Tim Pool, Dave. Isn't he embroiled in some sort of Russians paying him $100,000 a video?
That's all
Yeah, can you
bullshit.
explain
Is it
that?
okay?
Because I'm trying to keep up with what's going on with that, and
I
I
agree.
feel like I'm all over the place.
It's bullshit, Jim.
It's all bullshit. It's the
Hey,
same
Laurel,
thing. We went.
thank you
yeah,
for the
they-
$2. And
They tried to pull the same shit.
Yeah.
They tried
They
to pull
tried
the
to
same
do-
shit like 2017. They charged a bunch of Russians. Remember the whole thing with the chef, Putin's chef,
Yeah.
and they charged these people. I think it was like Cambridge Analytica or something like that. They had to drop all the charges and dismiss the case because they didn't have a fucking case. It was all bullshit.
kind of like the Russian
And so-
dossier.
Right. And so this time what they did is they didn't charge anybody in the U.S. with any crime. They just charged Russians who aren't going to show up to court. So then they don't have to produce anything.
Yeah.
Right.
Perfect timing.
Yeah.
Before the
So-
election. So
Funny that.
Well,
Like the whole
right.
thing
That's what
stinks
makes
to
it
high. The whole thing
suspicious.
stinks to high hell because whatchamacallit, what they're doing is they smeared these people who they say had no idea what was going on. It's and the amount of money it is was not a lot. I mean, there was a $10 million investment from some guy who claimed to be from France, who they're saying is from Russia. Well, $10 million for a media organization ain't shit.
No.
It's
I
nothing.
told you that's fucking catering money for the month, dude. What are we talking
So
about?
It's more than likely the CIA that put the money in and routed it through somewhere else because that's the type of money our CIA would put in. But if the Russians were going to buy a media thing, guess what? Would have been hundreds of millions of dollars.
Yeah.
They would have bought the motherfucker.
Seems like there's a lot of that stuff going on lately between
Oh,
that
yeah.
story, which is fake, and then the other story with everybody trying to shut down Geeks and Gamers and all those channels. It's weird.
And why would, well, it's all part of the same play. They're all right-wing guys. It's all going at, this is the season. Everybody knew it was going to happen.
Mhm.
The election's coming up. If you're pro-right and you got a big enough viewership, and they don't even care who you are, dude. They're just doing it for the sake of saying, you know what, 1 million subs, 400,000 subs. They got some right-wing attitudes over there. Let's just, false flag them with YouTube. And what they're doing is against YouTube policy. You can't do what they're doing. Like, have this group mentality attacking a channel, especially when it's based on nothing.
It's a violation actually of not only YouTube's terms of service, but also Twitter's. What they're doing is telling people, because they're saying, hey, listen, this stuff, all you people report this, go mass report this. That's a violation of Twitter's terms of service too. You can't do that.
Tiki the Mighty for 5. Tim actually went members only with this chat after the Jack Murphy cuck scandal.
Yeah.
Jeremy, AK Doris Day Cobra, capitalized on it. Oh yeah, they all capitalize on each other's mess ups, right? It's
well, just in case there's any Russians listening,
thanks for the $5.
like the
Tiki.
for open. $100,000
Oh wait,
I mean,
Tiki, I owe you something, Tiki, for the $5. I can't, Jim, you let me forget. I mean, I know it's not Dolly Parton, Katie, but we try here.
It's okay. I actually found a couple more Stallone and Dolly clips from Rhinestone Cowboy. I found a couple other ones because I needed to add more to it. Because I'm like, I gotta find some more Dolly clips with Sylvester Stallone. So.
But I mean, 9 to 5 is a classic, right? I mean, you could probably just clip the whole movie. Now, do those hurt your channel? Do they get copyright strict?
No, because of how short they are. Like
really, because we play 4
Parton...
seconds of Justified, and they fucking copyright us all the time.
No, thank you, Ron.
What's that, Katie?
Well, I clip them so short. The one clip I have where she's telling her boss, "I'm gonna get that gun of mine. I'm gonna change to a rooster hen." Her music's playing in the background. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get strike for this, and I don't know how I don't every time.
You really tightened that up lately too.
Yeah.
No, the craziest part, Julio, is I'll get a strike and Jim won't for the same goddamn video.
That's because I got connections.
Shut up.
Jim does have connections.
Shut up.
Jim's glowing over there. Glowing.
Well, no, I like that clip. The Alliance. Yes. Hail to the Alliance.
Civil War.
Yeah, Ruth, we watched that last night. It was quite hilarious. The Aaron Emholt news report on Fox News in Minnesota. Aaron Emholt has a news report. Lowarnock, did you see that?
Yeah, I did. And, they played him up as if he was really important too, radio broadcaster, and all of that. And yeah, that was
Aaron tried to play it up. If you watch that little watermark, like he was bragging like that. He only got, someone got him on the news and it was his lawyer because his lawyer got a big firm and like he was happy about the publicity.
Well, he was also bragging about his time there, about how the chick was flirting with him that checked him in and she really liked his suit. It was creepy, dude. Like
best buds with the fingerprint guy. It's weird. He's absolutely the nothing to see here guy. Like this morning, I saw a clip of him. Somebody put it 5 hours ago, and he's like, happy as the day is long. God bless him.
Katie, do you have any splits, time changes, or frame changes that could have helped avoid censors? Ask Elemental MJ, Katie.
Say that one more time. Well,
do you have any?
Right here.
Yeah.
Have any splits, time changes, or frame changes that could have helped? Maybe because the clip that I have of her, Dolly. Someone else had clipped it. I got it from another channel that plays like the best moments.
Oh, he came
Right.
in
So
and he
I'm
left. Oh,
Yeah.
so, so I'm thinking that maybe since it's not the best quality, maybe that is a good question. I'm not sure.
Have you ever? Well, last night we played two 1940s Bugs Bunny cartoons. We did not get a strike.
Wow. Then maybe it depends on how old the material is.
Well, these were the Nazi ones, so I don't think Warner Brothers is trying to claim ownership anymore.
I've seen those.
There you go. There you go.
Disavow.
Hitler Bugs Bunny.
Yeah, you had the Japanese one too. That was good shit. I love
Yeah.
that.
what? Are you seeing this
They're
from
great.
James Hurley?
What's that?
Ooh,
Chats, whatever he's saying, James. I don't know. But
First off,
Aaron's-
James Hurley is a troll who
Oh, is he? Okay.
comes up with the wildest shit. Like the wildest crazy.
Oh yeah, he's always Jim.
speculations.
He's always getting us pretty
Okay.
good. But I don't think. I think he hates Nick. I do.
Who,
So
James Hurley or Aaron?
no, James Hurley.
Oh.
Tiki for another 5. Random Russians also invested in Rupli, the left version of Tenet Media. It's just padding a stock portfolio, really. Yeah. Like,
hedging your bets.
yeah. We had Al Jazeera broadcasting in this country
Yeah, we
No,
did.
no, there's foreign money in every media organization.
for
Everyone.
sure. Yes, for sure.
It's almost like BTM Reviews is the only media outlet you can trust anymore, right, Dave?
Sure. Because I don't
Solar
give a fuck about
flares.
any of them.
Be
Yeah.
straight.
You know,
They're
well,
all-
if you want,
all
Jim can
garbage.
tell you all about it.
Nobody's listening to you, Jim.
I know.
That's ironic. Usually it's the other way around.
Again, Tiki, here's your reward. To play another clip real quick. Some guy.
Marxist-Leninism is being punted to the soft heads.
Look at this turtle. It's real.
Love it.
What's up,
He's
Uncat?
just trying to show off.
Love
Yeah,
it.
Look at this turtle.
I'm not repeating my audio back to you this time, am I?
No, you're fine. You sound great. You sound awesome. How you been, bud?
Tired, but I'm awake now.
Are you doing a lot of editing and stuff for Salty right now, or making him some fun videos like you did for me?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I've done a lot of their videos. That they didn't use one this week. Did you? Their intros and the top 5 and the record thing, the
Right.
record of the week.
Oh, I didn't know that was you too. Oh, cool. Yeah. So, they're just. I like those two guys, man. They're fun to watch. They just have
And
a
he
good time
gets
with
more
it.
people watching them.
Well, I know he does, but he'll get there, dude. It's all. You
I
always
know.
start small.
Hint, hint. Those that know, tune in.
Well,
Like, share, subscribe. Click that button.
well.
No.
How else you gonna get that Russian money?
I should make you a mod so that you can promote his channel for him. Because Jim goes on every channel he's watching and he's a mod on and promotes his channel all stream. He spams that chat.
By the
That's
way,
offensive to say. I don't spam any chat.
Go ahead, Katie.
I don't like
Can I-
spam.
Can I just say how cool it was to wake up in the morning and watch Shane stream and see Jim and Dave on there, and I'm like, oh, this is great. That was really good. Y'all did so good. I really enjoyed it. Very, very happy.
Shane
and proud
is
for y'all.
so cool to talk to. Just he's not hyperbolic at all on when we were talking that night. It was great. So Jim jumped the fuck off my stream real quick when he got that invite. Remember that, Julio? He just pitched me.
I mean,
Uh,
you know, you got
then I go-
situational awareness, which
He
impacts.
ditched all of us.
Yeah. And then
He,
I'm sorry, what? What I do now?
Katie,
I
you
was
saw
surprised
Ethan
that-
come on here. You were here last week and Ethan showed up with Vito, right?
I watched it the next morning. Well, I got up that morning. I'm like, is Dave streaming? And I looked. I'm like, oh my god, it's Vito and Ethan. Holy shit!
Yep.
That was really good too. I went back and watched all that. You've been doing some really good streams, Dave. I've really enjoyed them.
Well, you can thank all the panel because I'm the dummy. Jim makes it funny. Julio or Nick tends to fall asleep around 11 o'clock every night.
I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown. I amuse you. I make you laugh.
Yeah, you
I'm here to
amuse me.
fucking amuse you. How
Get
the
your
fuck am I
shine
funny?
box.
What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's fun.
And what's funny about
Cousin
that
Vinny.
what's funny about that stream, Katie, is me and Jim and Julio did a stream before that for the show Justified for an hour and a half. And then came back and did that long stream. And Eric DeBunks was on that night. And it was
I saw
a cool
that too.
that was a cool conversation. But the comments said, hey, 95% of your show was about Eric July. It's like, what'd you watch? 3 minutes of the show, Low Watermark?
Oh my god, you're like the one channel that has more options than Eric July. Like, are you? When I heard that, Dave, I was like, are you kidding me? Have you seen his schedule of the week of the streams of the whole conspiracies and stuff? And
2,000 TV shows, you know. We're not here for the
Yeah.
algorithm. You know, we're here to just have a good time. I mean, if I was here for the algorithm, I would have just kept making stupid 7-minute videos about how much I hate Yellow Flash and Eric July. You know,
Oh,
those videos.
I like Yellow Flash now.
What?
oh
Yeah.
Lord,
Yep, he's my
Andrew-
friend.
Andrew Rowland for 5 says, try showing the Mason Dixie Line Bugs Bunny cartoons. Super funny. I know it. I mean, playing it, I don't think they would strike us for that one either because nobody's going to claim it as because it'll be racist, Julio. You know, the Mason Dixon line. You live on the Mason Dixon line, don't you, Katie? That's that part of the country, right? Virginia and
It's
West-
Maryland, Virginia.
Maryland, Virginia.
Or no, I'm sorry, Pennsylvania, Maryland line.
Oh, I
Is
thought
the
it was,
Mason
I thought
line.
it was Virginia, Maryland.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Maryland is technically southern.
who?
No, it ain't. We don't claim them no more.
Geographically, it's below the Mason-Dixon line. Yeah,
Maryland.
that's the Mason-Dixon line.
You better Google that shit. You
I
better.
don't need to Google it.
You're
I've done
from,
10th grade, Dave.
I think you're wrong,
Still know that shit.
Andrew. Thank you for the 5. Jim, Aaron Helmholtz actually believes he is Thomas Jane and the Punisher. Yeah, Aaron Helmholtz.
That's laughable. I'm sorry.
By the way, I did
Share my screen.
I found some Punisher
we
comic
move on.
books too, Low Watermark in that box. Silver Surfer, Punisher, Hulk, Thor, Spider-Man.
Punishers you got.
I got to look. I just found them today. My wife, it is up there. Okay. Maryland didn't fight for the South.
They're a border state.
They still fought for the North.
I don't know. I mean, some did, some
I'm
didn't.
just showing you where the line is.
A lot of
Yeah.
fighting there. Antietam.
Yeah.
A lot of blood spilled in Maryland.
I used to live in Southern Maryland, right on the Chesapeake Bay down in St. Mary's County, which is beautiful, but it's retardedly expensive. It's south of West Virginia and Maryland. Yeah, okay. We need to chant to save the alliance. Yes. Maryland
Here, I'll
was a
get
slave
started.
state. So Maryland was a slave state?
yes, I believe so.
I think so.
Actually, it was named back in 17.
I thought we were going to start chanting to save the alliance.
Oh no!
I was
no,
getting
that
some
song
background
stuck in
music.
my head.
I thought somebody said
1763 and 1767 is when the survey happened, and the name actually comes from back then.
You're probably right, Ron. All those uncapped. You're pretty familiar with the southern part of Illinois, right?
Sadly,
I'm just saying they probably did fight for the South. That's how rural that place is.
it's two different states, man.
I've been
Wall off Chicago, and nothing of value would be lost.
I've been
Possibly Springfield.
Man, and last month I was down in that southern 40 miles before the border of Kentucky too many times. Just going to do different.
Just going to visit
demos.
Superman.
Well, you know where Marion is, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So another hour and a half or hour south of that is where my demos were. But I was staying in Marion because hour south of there ain't nowhere to stay unless you cross a border into Missouri or you cross a border into Kentucky. So stayed in Maryland or Marion, I think 4 times last month, dude. 4 hostage videos from a shithole Best Western in Marion.
Dave, I swear to God, honest to God, I don't know
It
how.
truly is not the best, is it?
No, it's not.
There's some nights it's 4 o'clock or 3 in the morning, and you're hammered, and you're up the next day. I don't know how you do it. You have an amazing constitution. I will say that.
Well, work takes precedent over my fucking heart feelings. All right.
We're going to talk about the Constitution?
I thought we were going to talk
Let's
about the
save
solar
for
flares.
shit,
We haven't
huh?
got there yet. We're an hour in.
I thought we were going to talk about the Russia stuff. That's why I wanted to jump in here. It took me a minute to get
Russia,
in.
Russia.
Oh well.
So-
Somebody in here said that like Fox's biggest backer is a Saudi prince.
Sure.
Yeah.
Probably.
Well, see,
Yes.
see,
Yeah.
Tiki the
See-
Mighty for $5 again. Thank you, Tiki. Fox
this is where I get upset with people like Vito who read a headline and just decide they know all the stuff. So if you actually read the indictment, and I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time here, but essentially
Thanks
what's
again,
going
Kiki.
on is
It's Russia
is-
Gate 2.0.
it's not even that. They're saying that Russian investors that were involved in RT used a fake name to invest in Tenet. And Tenet, so therefore Tenet was, and they're claiming that Lauren Chen knew that this was going on.
Well, they didn't charge
which
her.
is right, but they're claiming that she knew. And so far, YouTube has nuked Taylor Hanson's channel today. They've nuked Lauren Chen. Lauren Chen's been fired from the Blaze and everything because people are only reading the headline, and all the
Wait a minute,
people
wait.
that so Benny Johnson.
Back the Constitutionalists fucking fired Lauren Chen over newspaper articles.
Glenn Beck doesn't run the Blaze. Glenn
Well,
Beck helped
it's
found the
just-
Blaze, but he's not the money man there.
But
Isn't
it's
it
his name
odd
on the
too
door.
that you know who's missing and has been missing since all this news broke and is nowhere to be seen on the internet and supposedly he's in the hospital?
Is Eric. But here's the thing. Tenet had zero editorial control over any of the shows they did. And like somebody else in the super chat in the chat said, they also invested in Rupley. The whole idea was let's have a channel where if we want to put stuff out, we can. But the DOJ is using it to smear all these other creators because it's very helpful to them to say, and even though the indictment lists them as being completely duped and not being aware that this was happening and they're the victims of the crime, let's act like they were being, controlled and told what to do. And YouTube's turning around, and so far 2 channels have been nuked. I'm sure I've got a feeling Matt Christensen's going to get nuked too. They won't do it to Tim.
What about Benny?
They won't do it to Ben. I was going to say that I don't think they'll do it to Benny.
Why?
But
Why?
I don't think Benny possibly, but they won't do it to Tim. Tim's got some kind of special agreement with YouTube. I don't care what anybody says.
Tim Pool?
Yes.
He don't.
There's
care
a reason
about
he
it, though.
won't.
Yeah. I mean, he's
Yeah,
got his
he
website.
cares.
If he did,
He
yeah, you're
care-
right.
he-
If he didn't care, he wouldn't be here still, right? Yeah.
If he didn't care, he'd be doing what everybody else does and streaming on multiple platforms and all that stuff.
Working on his music career.
But like there's a reason that he puts all his content up on Rumble and he uses Rumble as their infrastructure, but he doesn't for the live stuff. There's reasons there, even though he's not being monetized and stuff beyond super chats, and they don't take ads. There's some agreements. I somewhat agree with Ruth in the chat on Benny on whether or not we'll get him, but I mean they're taking 5 pretty big names off the board in one fell swoop by saying that, and this is for people that aren't familiar with it. This is akin to saying, let's say CBS bought a TV show from Paramount, and then we find out that CBS was taking Russian money, and you go, oh, Paramount is a bunch of controlled Russian assets. No, that's not what it is. They were just they took over, they sold syndication rights and stopped streaming those on their own channels so that they could try and build this other network. But they didn't change any of their content. All those shows existed long before it. They'll exist after it. Well, if they're allowed to stream, Taylor Hanson's done. But that's what's going on there. And there was also a real convenient FBI leak to Politico today about how
wow,
about
amazing.
the Russian about Russian disinformation that's trying to influence the election with information like headlines. No headlines. I'm trying to find the headlines that I got out of it. Give me 1 second.
Full-time job.
And Captain, all these channels will be back as soon as the election's over because they'll find that they did nothing wrong. YouTube will say, you know what, we messed up, but they'll lose a lot of money for the next 3 months. They're going to lose a lot of ad revenue. They're going to lose a lot of super chat money.
Yeah, these are some of the
Jim,
Russian
you're
disinformation headlines that
Jim, you're
people should be aware of. If you want to share my screen, this
Go
is
ahead.
in
comes out of
2020, all these like Facebook, Zuckerberg, and everybody, and even Twitter at the time, they took a ton of shit for basically interfering in the election by blocking stuff that was true. And so they said, oh, we're not going to do that anymore. We're not going to fall for it. Well, now with this thing that they just pulled, now it goes, well, it's true. Look, there's this.
Hasn't Zuckerberg done a 180 recently, though?
He might have done a 360.
Somewhat.
We don't know yet.
Somewhat. He's trying to save face.
Yeah.
Share my screen real quick because
Supposedly
this will be
Steven
very
Crowder's
funny
shit.
to you. I think. This is some of the disinformation they think people should be looking out for. Headlines that talk about these things are all Russian disinformation, according to the FBI.
Oh my God.
So eggs.
All right,
are
the
$3 a dozen.
The FBI needs to be disbanded. That's it.
Low
They gotta
watermark.
go.
Can you take care of that?
Sorry.
Can you hit up the DOJ and say go get rid of the FBI, please? I know you got connections.
It's gotta
Yeah,
go.
I'll get right on that. Matter of fact, thanks for letting me know that, Dave. I'll go do that.
I mean, somebody's got to protect this country, low watermark, and
Right.
with
You know what needs to happen? We have modern technology to be able to communicate in real time. All of us here are in different cities, different areas of the country. There needs to be no more DC. There needs to be 50 DCs, one in every state, and the representatives and stuff actually have to be around the people that they are,
the
quote
fix
unquote representing.
The fix is the proper number of congressmen for the population. I don't care if it's,
Well, that too.
fix that number, and then we'll have our representation. We don't have a representation based on population anymore. And if it was that crowded up in DC, guess what? They wouldn't all be in DC fucking 10 months a year.
Well, the thing
hanging
is, these
out.
people stay in DC all the time, and DC.
Because they
Now,
can.
everybody talks about Mondale and Reagan, right? Remember, they say Mondale only won one state. He also won DC by 90%. He got 90% of the vote in DC. That DC has long been captured territory. But
Sure.
if these people had to go to the movies and and the restaurants and stuff amongst the normies that they don't have to interact with in their little ivory tower, and they did their meetings remotely,
That's
I'm
why
just
people weren't
saying
supposed-
things would change.
People weren't supposed to live in DC, low watermark.
Right. It was never. It's
Yeah.
not a town.
It was not
It was-
supposed to. It was not supposed to be any representation for anybody in DC. There was not supposed to be people living there.
Right. That's
Well,
why.
remember,
That's
right?
why their elected
Remember-
members don't have any say in the
It was supposed to be all government
Right.
land. You know what I mean? Like all for government buildings. That's it.
Ron W., I think eggs are probably 200% more than they were 4 years ago, pre-COVID. Like, remember 89-cent dozen of eggs?
Oh.
89 cents.
Dude, remember
Like-
21?
And now you go to Walmart, Katie, and you buy the fucking 5 dozen box because you think you're saving, and you got to eat eggs fucking every day of the week to make sure they don't rot. Jesus Christ.
Dave, I'm paycheck to
Pretty much.
paycheck, given my circumstance.
Yeah.
It's amazing how little you
No,
get.
you're an American. You live paycheck to paycheck.
Well,
Mhm.
other issues,
Well, I'm kidding.
other
Yeah.
financial obligations to people who I won't name, but it's depressing. Like I'll spend $100,
Julio,
whatever, and then
can I make a suggestion?
in the
Try
private
getting a
chat,
bigger pay. No. Try getting a bigger paycheck.
Yeah, have you thought about that?
You thought about that? Have you tried to pull yourself up by your bootstraps?
Have you
Yeah,
thought
learn
of
to code.
OnlyFans, Julio?
Do you have bootstraps?
Could you do just that? Could you
First,
do a
get yourself some bootstraps, then
Absolutely.
pull yourself up by them.
Katie, don't you think Julio should just have a blue eyes OnlyFans? Just stare into Julio's blue eyes for 8 hours, and he charges you like an entry fee to the website. Oh yeah, we make a lot of egg salad, and we boil a lot of the eggs, just hard boiled eggs, and then you can do whatever with them. Like you go to the gas station, they got those 2-pack of hard boiled eggs, and they're good till like fucking next year. You're like, well, how they doing that? They're hard boiled. Nothing's gonna rot, right? I guess. I want
I had enough-
that
I
whole
had enough shit
chicken.
in the
I want that
basement.
whole
That's-
chicken thing that Tim Pool has, like the chicken cam, and people
Chicken
super
City.
chat. Yeah, Chicken City, and people super chat to feed the chickens. What a fucking brilliant idea!
My ex-wife, God bless her, was like a prepper. So we had like 10 years worth of food in the basement.
She
should've
got it all
taken
on
that
the
with me.
divorce.
I should have taken that. I didn't think of that. I couldn't fit it in the van. What an idiot.
My mother's become one recently. She dehydrates everything, and we just bought her a half a cow. Help load all that up.
Yep.
Oh,
She used
She
to tell me,
wants, she's
go to the ATM and get a lot of money out in case the ATMs go down tomorrow. I'm like, Jesus. Fucking
Well, I was
idle hands are the devil's workshop.
if the ATMs go out,
Yeah.
then there's going to be bigger problems than what cash is in your pocket.
Right.
yeah. You better make sure you got enough bullets in the house
Bullets.
at that point.
I was,
People always talk about you got to store food, you got to have all these guns and all this stuff. No. The only thing that matters is the guns. I
Right.
appreciate the fact that there's some preppers that are taking care of my food supply right now.
I'm pretty sure they got the guns too. Most of the real preppers. The guys that have bunkers in the middle of North Dakota that were old missile silos and shit. Those
Right.
guys are crazy.
Well, you notice that I don't know if you know this, but all the billionaires like old wonky eye Bezos and
They're all building bunkers.
and they're all building bunkers, and what I think is hilarious is that they think they're building them bunkers for when the ish hits a fan, but it's amazing that they're making these really nice bunkers for the contractors and security guys that built those bunkers and are securing them.
It only sounds
well,
great.
they're gonna
What's up?
they're
Go on.
they're gonna be standing outside going, "Let us in, let us in." No,
Exactly.
not anymore.
Go outside, Mina. Go outside. Go outside. Go outside. Cool. Go outside.
Peanut.
Fucking dogs. Go. Go outside. Mina, go. Get your ass outside. What dog doesn't want to go outside? Really? I mean, holy crap. So we have a reason why the Earth might end uncapped, and we get a daily report. This is
Yep.
Low Watermark's favorite part of the show because
This one, Jim tells us about the giant ball of fire in the big blue room.
well, it's up to Jim to play it. He's muted, so I don't even know if he's here. He might be walking his dog, so we'll wait till he's unmuted.
If you know what I mean. By the
Yeah.
way, hi, Katie.
Hi, hon. It's good to see you.
Some segue.
Well,
I haven't. Well, I think it's the first time I've been on a stream with Katie. So
I
I
thought you'd been on
failed
her
to-
show.
No, I think this is the second time. I've
second
been on
time. I don't know. I've slept since then.
You've
so.
never been on Katie's show, Uncapped?
In the
Well-
chat. I don't know if I've been on her stream though.
You gotta
Good
go
choice,
home.
Katie. He likes to talk a lot. No, I'm kidding.
There he is.
I invited One Gun. He was on fire the other night. If you saw him here, Katie, holy
Yeah.
shit! After Jim went on Matt Barr's show, One Gun was not giving Jim any slack. Like, dude, they're not your friends. They're not your friends. They
What do
don't.
you mean?
wanna-
Yellow Flash is my friend now.
Why did he give you a free book?
No, he unblocked me on Twitter.
How did
Okay.
you manage that?
Because he wants
Because
to
he-
sell a book.
I think he's unblocking everyone actually.
Yeah,
right
he
now. I
wants
think
to
he's
sell a
going
book.
through to sell a book. He's going through and unblocking.
Yeah.
Oh, I had a different theory, but
What is it, Katie?
Oh, what's that?
your theory? Quit muting yourself, damn it.
well, I don't know if y'all want to hear the fucking.
We like the
crickets in
crickets.
background.
We
Okay.
wanna
Country
hear.
boys.
I
Yes.
like the
Okay.
crickets.
Okay.
Except that one in your lap.
No, that's one that's bleeding into my ears right now.
So what's up with your theory, Katie?
I think now if he is unblocking a lot of people because he needs customers, okay. I think he unblocked you, Jim, because right now you are sort of in the good graces of the swamp. Because he hangs out there.
Hmm.
But
Hey, newsflash.
and I don't mean that in a shitty way. I'm glad that they don't mind him because Jim is a good person. He's a great guy. I have nothing wrong with Jim, and so I'm glad that he had a bit of a better experience than most people. So that's at least they're not being
Well, I
an
had to-
asshole to him. So
Hey,
I had to
news-
check, and I'm still blocked, so I feel great about things.
I want to do something because for some reason, super chats in Rumble do not show up in StreamYards, but normal
No, there's
chat
not an AP.
does.
There's not an API for them yet.
But their normal chat shows up, but not their super chats. And I
Right?
just-
It doesn't. They show up. Your super chats show up too, but they don't show up as a super chat. They're not automatically flagged.
Well, I want to give Bosco Sauce his props. He sent me $20 on Rumble. Thank you very much, man. That's very generous.
nice.
Wow.
And Rumble doesn't take a lot from you either.
20%.
That's not bad.
I think
I thought they were still doing 100% to creators.
no, that's
Um,
Kick. Kick is. Kick is.
No,
90.
Rumble was doing it, but I don't know when it expired.
So what
if it
Rumble
has
does is
expired.
you're monetized the day you start your channel. That's their thing. That's what would make you want to go to Rumble, right? You're
No,
automatic.
Chris a while ago. I know it was for a year. He said for the next year, creators keep 100%. It might be expired now.
Oh, he just said that.
No, you're right.
No,
on
it was a long
Chapter,
time
because
ago.
I think it's supposed to be the end of this year.
Oh.
Yeah,
Or maybe it was
No,
at the
that's
end
not
of
true
last
because
year.
the Watermark sent me a very generous super chat on Rumble. He's the Bosco Sauce is the second person I think that has sent me the super chat on Rumble. And when they took 20% of low watermarks right off the top.
Oh, okay. So
yeah.
it must have been expired.
Which is, I mean, it's better than 30 that Rumble or YouTube takes.
oh,
But
yeah.
you know what?
No.
I mean, who are we to bitch about YouTube taking 30%? Because who would ever thought anyone would send me $5, Katie? If they want 30% to give us a platform that I could never host myself, they did all the work, right?
Better
All
than the app stores,
right?
Yeah.
dude.
So,
I hate the Apple and Google tax in the app stores.
yeah, I'm gonna highlight myself here real quick because I write their names on the board, Katie. So Bosco
Well, that's cool. I like that.
Sauce with the date and the amount. Thank you very much. $20. That's very generous. Very generous. I can't thank you enough. Surprising. I guess I need to keep my Rumble stream open during the stream more often, low watermark.
Yeah.
I gotta keep an eye on it.
Yeah, because it's weird. Like, I don't know why the super chats don't show up over here. Like,
There's not an API. There's not an API for external services like StreamYard to get them yet. That's coming down the road. But that's why, because StreamYard can use the YouTube API to get your super chats, and they're differentiated.
Oh, Rumble
it-
memberships are 100%.
Right, that's what it is. Yeah, that's what it is.
Well, that's cool.
Oh,
I mean,
okay.
that should be yours, right? I mean, because they're not subscribing to Rumble, they're subscribing to you. That seems fair. You can use Stream Elements to bypass a percentage.
Well, then they're chatting you via Stream Elements, not via.
Oh, well, like you see a lot of like YouTubers like use Venmo and PayPal to bypass the percentage.
Yep.
But PayPal takes a pretty big percent anyway, right? It's at least 10 or 15%, right? Or maybe
No,
not
I don't
for
think
direct
so.
payment. Not
No.
for direct payment,
Not
right?
for direct payment. No,
it's 2.7 or something like that. 2.7%,
Yeah.
something around there.
And Venmo's really, really convenient. But I don't want to go through all that. You know, maybe, I don't know. Because how many places can you check super chats? I mean, how do you keep all those places open at one time and pay attention to what the chat that isn't super chatting says? Because they're funny too.
Hey Dave, you EFAP'd Aaron
Yes.
Imholt though, right? When he was checking every single channel that he has money coming in on.
When he couldn't make the goal that
Yeah,
night.
couldn't make the last $130 or whatever it was. He's got Venmo, he's got PayPal, and he's going from screen to screen. Yeah.
Yep.
With all his big wins yesterday, I guess today is going to be a loss, guys. With all you get 15 more minutes of me if you get me to this goal.
He's so funny. He goes into overtime.
Yeah, yeah.
Dude, if he was smart, he would say we'd end the stream early.
Exactly.
I'll stop streaming when I hit the goal.
Rilzik wants to know if you have a channel. Can you put it in
I
the
do,
chat?
but it's just a dumping ground. It's at Uncapped Turtle.
Okay.
I put things like the intros I do for Salty and BTM and old funny stuff and the Laughing Saska sisters.
Yeah.
I need that, by the way. I need something like
Oh,
that.
have you seen my 20-second clip? My favorite, the interview.
Is it with the puppet?
No, it's not with the puppet. But
Was it
hold
one with
on.
Eric?
So
We're in there in the warehouse. The background's blue.
No. Yeah, it's that, but it's 22 seconds. Here, I'll give it to you, BTM.
One of my
I'll throw it in the private chat.
One of my new intros, Uncapped, are the two intros you made for me combined together. Where the first one's the bottles and everything, and then the second one's me flying through the game room, basically.
I gotta redo yours with the music.
The new music, yeah,
Yeah.
Like I had somebody in the chat when the intro was playing, and I think, "Damn, who made this song? I love it. I love the song too. I just don't like that it's static." And I tried to do it with AI, but when you try to do it with AI, I can't get the
AI can't do what we do.
No, I'm just saying I can't do anything. So AI would be 1,000 times better than what I could do. But my point is, I can't get rid of the screen that shows the words. And when you put that in
Right.
AI, it won't work. It's like,
Right.
well, you've already got a picture.
It treats
here.
it like a watermark, right?
Yeah. All right, here we go. Oh no.
I can screw you off.
Yeah, well, I know that everybody's.
Gyro for you.
I'll take it. I'll take it.
Oh no.
One can guess.
Like, I heard about you.
Yeah, I know. I kind of pulled that one out of nowhere. I didn't do it, y'all. That's why I'm here.
Oh no. Oh
Give my alarm.
God. Okay.
I want to Minecraft myself.
Katie, no offense, but if I was in a bar and two chicks were laughing like that to me when I started talking to them, I'd walk right the fuck away. And you know, Eric would too. He would not have a unprofessional conversation in the wild with people that act like this, because nobody wants to talk to people that act like that. It's really weird. Kamala looks sane, Chris, to them too. And Kamala's got the worst laugh ever.
Hackle.
Well, it's probably easy for Eric because, you know, they do love bomb the shit out of him for years. So he loves that shit. He's too busy being whatever we want to call it. And, you know, he loves that shit.
I will warn you guys, I found out the hard way, but I left it up anyway. Don't ever play my Comic Skate is the Quest for Fire where Cecil, when Cecil and Shane had their little argument.
Why?
It was stupid. It wasn't even anything really that funny, but it got struck so fast. But it's just a
because of the
copyright
song.
No, it's because it's a clip from Quest for Fire.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's fairly short. Even though it's only a minute, I've never been able to use it on any streams where people are worried about it. It's hilarious though. It wasn't even a real argument. It was a disagreement or whatever, and I just stuck Cecil's head over the dude that douses the fire.
Ruth, I know he likes the attention, but it's not. It's real weird attention. Like those two.
Well, I was gonna go.
He's
somewhere
under
with
a
it, but then I'm like,
spell.
maybe I should just hush.
What?
I think he's into. I think he's into it. I think it's his taste of white.
It's not.
women.
No. It's not both of them. It's not both of them. It's just one of them.
Again,
One of them, yes,
Sylvia.
but let's be real. If he had the opportunity with both, he would take it. So.
But the other one has no interest in him whatsoever.
She's there because her sister's there and they're getting paid.
Yep.
I mean,
I think he just has a taste. I think it's like his little kink, like his little secret. Like,
That's the whole
kink or
reason
something
that's the
he-
whole reason they're involved.
or fantasy, that he wonders what it's like to be with a white woman. I'm just saying.
I'm gonna ask.
I'm just
Low watermark. I'm going to ask you a question. If you had a comic book or just any business, right? You have a business, low watermark. You come out, you make this product, and you want to make different variations of the product, but it's still in the same, lineage of what the original product was. And the first product does $10 million. Okay. And you say, wow, I got all this money. I'm going to hire some smart people. They're going to come in here and they're going to help me grow this and become something special. And you hire a couple of people that you may actually think are smart. Okay. You might think they're smart. They wrote for Marvel, or they did work at another company and they were successful. People said that's what people said. But big corporations tend to blow smoke up people's asses when they let them go, just because they don't want to make them look bad, right? But so you hire these people, and the next three products come out that you're creating, and they keep losing 50 to 60% of the revenue base. Do you think that those people would be around in your company anymore?
The funny thing is you would course correct, of course, but we don't know what type of contracts this guy made. Did he make some kind of long-term deal with them that they get to stay regardless? Or is it just his usual, I will protect my employees, everything bad that's happening is outside, my employees are perfect, and he would never admit a mistake? If he fired them, he'd have to say, God, it was a mistake to bring them on. Can you imagine him doing that? So I think all of the above. He won't do it. He can't do it. He'd be afraid to look foolish. It's ridiculous. He doesn't know how to protect himself.
Right. But it's like, because, if they're the keepers of the lore in this universe, and they're stifling, let's say they're stifling Chuck Dixon and what he did for Alpha Core. They're stifling Mike Baron and what he was trying to do with Gooding. When they're who did the other one? Was Gooding, Alpha Core? There's only 4, right? No, there's what's the other one, Jim? 2 ISOMs, Alpha Core, Gooding, Gyra. Who
We
wrote
already
Gyra?
forgot it.
Did Eric write Gyra?
No,
Supposedly they
the
did.
Saskas wrote it.
The Saskas. So, okay, the Saskas wrote that bullshit. So, obviously, they didn't edit themselves because there's 90 million word bubbles with 14 panels per page. It's the most ridiculous thing ever as a comic book. But then they edit people like Chuck and they edit people like Mike. They're not going to complain because they're getting paid, obviously. But I gotta think that they're holding those guys back to try to make themselves look better. Does that make sense, Low Watermark? Like, do you think
Yeah.
they would do that just for their next gig? Like,
Well, and why did
Well-
Eric not promote the other books as well? All right, he didn't really push those up. People were saying, well, maybe he doesn't want, a book written by somebody other than himself to do better than him, so he doesn't play them up.
Let's be honest.
he gave
Eric
away.
didn't write Isom #1. Carol Brown did.
I'm not
I think he did. and then
allegedly.
she came
You
in
got to say
behind him,
allegedly in these
and-
situations.
I-
Uncapped.
I'm
That's
just
it.
saying that he hired someone whose LinkedIn was full of ghostwriting credits to be his personal assistant, who had 0 personal assistant credit history on LinkedIn. She was a professional ghostwriter who got hired, and then I've read the Documon cards, and I've read
Oh
Isom.
my God, the Documon cards.
I don't believe I believe Eric wrote. The only thing that has been published, in my opinion, if you're concerned about it, the only thing that has been published that Eric actually wrote, in my opinion, by Ripaverse is the Document cards. He might have given Caro an outline, but she wrote that book.
And he may have said certain lines that he really liked. You have to
Mhm.
include these. So some of
See,
the
you got to
stupid
have him
lines
fall on
get
this
in there.
car. It's iconic.
And,
Well, yeah,
and,
that too.
you got to have the disrespect thing at the bar, right? You did the disrespect, which is a dumb fucking reason, dude. Come on, man. Oh, and by the way, Low Watermark, here is the actual art
Oh,
from Shane.
Yeah.
very nice.
Uncapped, I have a store if you'd like to buy a t-shirt or a hoodie. I made them today. Or I had them, so Teesprings can make them on demand. I'm not ordering this stuff and keeping it in my house. I got enough shit in my house. Oh, and
Don't you have? That's time to get a warehouse or 3.
Jim, last night we were talking about this new toy I'm getting in a couple days, right?
Yeah, the joust game.
Yeah, the Cuber game.
Oh,
I
you getting a joust machine?
Or
Or are you talking about the more than joust?
I got an email or I got a text message today. He goes, "Hey, it will be done by Wednesday next week. Do you have a preferred delivery date?" And I said, "The sooner the better." Smiley face. Jesus Christ, get it here Wednesday. Shit, I want that shit on stream. I want you guys to see it. So the Saskas turned me off at every point, and I think I Low Watermark at some point you just got to cut your losses, right? You just got to cut, like in football, you back up 10 yards and punt. This fucking drive ain't working. That's just let's go back to Eric July being the guy that's going to save comics. He doesn't have all these other people involved. He doesn't have this giant warehouse, and he just keeps making books, Katie. Guess what? He probably would still be making a ton of money, but he tried to make it this thing that it can't be, because there's not enough YouTube fan money to keep supporting $150 CGC rated fucking Ripazines. Are you kidding me? Really? Is this really what we're doing here?
Ridiculous.
It's
Well, if you notice the surveillance
Well-
that the Rippaverse put out today of Brandon and Carrot, running, there's
Saw
some
that.
empty shelves right there, buddy. There's some empty shelves. right
Yeah,
there,
that
but-
warehouse is empty.
That
and it's-
desperately
dude,
needs
there's
the
so
Benny
many
Hill
safety
music, by the
hazards
way.
in that there's so
What's that,
many
Kate?
safety hazards in that warehouse.
Oh,
If you
dude.
look at it, it's
Yeah.
it's awful.
And why do you put that out somewhere? Like, why would they release
what they
that
were thinking.
internal fucking security video on the internet?
And
What
it's
was that?
dangerous because they're running. Well,
Because
see, I
it's
thought it was just
staged.
them. I thought it was just them in that whole warehouse, and then I realized watching Tony stream tonight. He's like, "Look, here's the little employee in the corner of the camera," and I'm like,
Mm.
"Oh my god!" So you have like one dude sitting there packaging, and he's watching this shit show go on, and it's like, what the? I don't know.
Bro, do you guys think that was legitimate security footage, or was it there? He's setting it up for some kind of announcement.
Geek Bro, we're not even
think
close to
it's
talking
legit.
about Eric. We haven't even talked about solar flares yet, dude. We're just having a good conversation with him.
Busting his taint.
Turtle, I did
Don't you mean
There was one guy packing. Yes, he was packing all right. Well, if that's like, I wonder what time of day this was that the video was shot, because there's supposedly 15 full-time employees supposed to be in that warehouse, Katie. Where were they
It
all?
could be after hours.
they
It
were
could
doing
be
oil
at night.
changes on the forklift?
On the
Cleaning his
van, on the van that we all paid for, guys.
That's right. That's right.
Oh.
The
I would love to
Sprinter
get-
van.
Have you ever had Transylvania Jack on your show, Katie?
Yes, he's come on one other time blast from the past, and he's come
Okay.
on. I think he's come on twice.
I would love to get him on here, but he lives in across the pond, so it's like he's probably laying in bed.
Transylvania.
He's probably laying in bed watching.
He has to take full advantage
Yeah.
of the nighttime hours.
Oh, TJ.
Oh, I can't wait for this. Jim, have you checked the statues status lately? How many are available still?
No, I haven't been paying attention to any of that stuff.
Oh, well, I just looked up the summer collection. You want to see the summer collection?
Summer
There's only 9 days
collection.
left. There's
9
only
days left of it?
There's only 9 days left. He sold
It's past
1,100.
Labor Day.
I know, dude. The summer collection that you can get September 15th.
I cannot
1100
get over those shorts.
And 30. They're
Yeah.
the worst.
They're awful.
I'd
That's
rather
some-
wear a Sturgis hoodie.
Dude, that's some Walmart type shorts in the first place. Like, that's the cheapest short you could buy. And then you have a
Wait,
bunch of, and this is what you would,
Does-
this is what you would
big.
dress your 5-year-old in, because they love Minecraft.
If that.
Maybe your
If that, I
3-year-old, yeah.
I don't remember ever seeing even kids' clothes. It was this color.
Oh, dude. Yeah, Katie knows.
There's
Uh,
no kids clothes like that.
But
Does it work like Granimals? Like you match your Yaira with your Yaira, and then you're color coordinated.
why is there 4 different Sally Rodells? Oh, I mean Yairas. Like, why are there 4 different ones?
'Cause I can't decide how to make her.
But you know what's not there? The best looking one ever, which is when ISOM came out on that poster. That was the best looking
Yeah.
Yaira that they ever came up with.
Has there ever been like a Marvel shirt that said like Steve Rogers, Captain America?
Has a shirt from Marvel ever said Catch Street? What the
Catch
fuck?
Street.
These make wrestling t-shirts cool.
Hey,
Look at
I've made a
ISOM.
shirt.
Like,
Of 12.
ISOM's lifting dude up with one arm like a badass. Like, what the hell, dude?
For the record, I've got to give him credit for the fact that he made the Catch Street merch, because I didn't understand it was a catchphrase. I thought it was like really referencing a place in Forest Park until he made this. And then I realized, oh, it's just a really bad tagline.
Only J.C. Penney and gay guys call their clothes a collection. These collections.
Don't make. How dare you make fun of Jacques Panay, purveyor of fine goods and
I'm going
wares?
to say one thing though. I am blown away that these fucking Ripazines have done $156,000.
I need to get working on fixing those recipes. I promised to do a stream one day
That was
where I'm
meant to be
cooking the
a
recipes from the magazine. See if they
Oh,
work the shit.
I was lost. I thought she was talking to someone else, and we were like listening to a phone conversation about recipes.
No, there's
What the fuck's going on?
recipes in the Ripazines.
Stop it. You serious?
Yes, there's a
Isn't
was
there
that?
like? Isn't there
there was a
life?
chili
Isn't there
recipe.
life?
Somebody's chili.
Yeah.
There's
Isn't there like
horoscopes.
life advice and stuff?
A horoscope?
There were horoscopes, but two of
yeah,
the horoscopes were missing.
2 of them were missing.
Yeah, they were
Yeah.
missing.
2 months.
Those don't count. They're
Well,
people
you know
that,
what? There's a
Eric,
reason.
Eric blocked all of them.
It was
No,
a leap year. It was a leap
No,
year for that book.
There's a reason, because the Earth hasn't grown enough for those 2 months to count.
Ah,
That's right.
Did we
Bringing
get
it back.
solar flares to bring that fucking Earth back into its proper rotation?
Good segue.
Because the Earth has been speeding up.
It has. It's been the days have been getting shorter, so you're getting older, even though you're not.
Even though, like a week ago, the Earth was slowing down. All of a sudden, it sped right the fuck back up. Guess what, Dan Blackroyd? The Earth is going to just expand like crazy. We're like, it's going to be all Earth, no water, really quick.
The Earth is going.
It needs to keep
spinning
under 1,500 calories a day.
No, the Earth is spinning faster right now than ever in recorded history.
Well, there's cracks in California. Somewhere in California,
There's crackheads all over California. They live under the
Well, that
overpass.
too.
There's a big crack going right through Missouri and Illinois, and it's one of the biggest earthquakes ever recorded in America. Created a lake in Missouri, like or
New Madrid.
Illinois. Yeah, Lake Madrid. Like, holy shit! This fucking 1860s or 1870s, right? Late 1800s. The fucking
Hey, Dave, is
Earth
it true?
opened up and water came in and filled a lake.
Is it true you're a Kansas pirate?
What'd you say about pirate?
I said, is it true that you're a Kansas a pirate from Kansas?
No. What is that?
No, I thought
mean?
you were born in Arkansas.
I was born in Portsmouth, Virginia. Or actually,
I thought
I was born in.
He gets real mad if you pronounce it that way. He gets real mad. They spell it that way. I'm going to pronounce it like that.
You know why it pisses me off? Because I was working in Kansas, in Wichita, Kansas. I was out with a Southern Bell Telephone representative who's from Kansas, and we're driving through Wichita. And you know what river goes through Wichita? The Arkansas River.
And he goes, no, it's Arkansas River.
He said, yeah, this Arkansas River. I'm like, you motherfucker. Like, he pissed me off. I was like, what the hell are you talking about? He goes, well, it's Arkansas. I said, is it fucking Illinois too? It's Illinois. There's no.
Well, the noise that comes out of Chicago bothers a lot of people.
Yeah, but the pronunciation for the rest of the state is like, they're Illinois. They're annoyed with the fucking Chicago people.
What kind of noids are they again? Let's not go there.
Illinois.
Okay.
They're Illinois.
Hey, this is since we're about to get into this
I hate you,
solar
Jim.
watch and space news. This is somewhat time sensitive, but I think you need to create a poll. The Starliner is returning unmanned, and it's supposed to touch down in 18 minutes.
Yeah,
So
Elon Musk could have to rescue those people.
Right, but so what are the 4 possible things that's going to happen? It's going to have a perfect landing.
Hold on.
So you're saying right now I should go short Boeing stock?
Possibly. Well, there's 4 things that can happen here, and I want to see what the chat thinks is going to happen. Perfect return and landing.
Let me get a hold of my broker.
All right. Let me all right, so start a poll. Ask a question. Star landing?
How do you think Starliner's return to Earth will go?
How does Starliner landing
Return to Earth.
landing
Let's
go? We'll go
Yep,
land.
go.
Oh,
all right.
Let's see.
So
Perfect landing.
perfect. Uh-huh.
Hard landing.
Uh-huh.
RUD.
RUD.
Rapid unplanned demolition.
Let's see.
Or it technically landed in pieces.
Rapid unplanned demolition. Okay.
Yeah, just put RUD. That's what.
No, dude. It's fucking 10:43 on a Friday. People are going, RUD? Is that a sexual transmitted disease? Is that so? What's a fourth?
No, anybody that follows this stuff knows what RUD is.
I know.
And then the last option would be it technically landed in pieces.
Technically, Nick, I got to spell it right. Technically landed.
And then put in parentheses in pieces.
All right.
Before y'all get started,
You got better get the votes in. We're 16 minutes from touchdown.
Is this a
What'd you say, Katie?
Starlink thing or a?
No, this is Boeing. This is not.
Oh, so this isn't Elon stuff.
Yeah.
Katie, you check it out.
No.
Yes, I gotta hop off here. I gotta work in the morning, but thanks for having me on, David.
Can
It's
you
good
fly
see
out to
guys.
Illinois and get me a haircut? Because my daughter really disappointed me last week, and Jim will pay for your flight. I'll give you a tip.
Depending on how this landing goes, it might be fun for all.
He went. All right. He went to Supercuts and it wasn't very super.
Oh, by the way, tomorrow night, 10 Eastern, Katie did. Check her out. She's awesome. You guys know it. You guys love her. You watch her clips. You watch her on Ethan. If you're not subbed, please sub to Katie. Please sub to Jim Tells You. Please sub to Low Watermark. And if you're not subbed to me, mother effers, sub to me. No, I'm just kidding. And Uncap says his page is a dump site, but still sub to him just because it's fun.
Encourage me.
It's fun to have your feed filled up with a bunch of people. Like Low Watermark's done like 3 people. It's Katie did. It's fucking EVS, and it's probably. I don't know. He's cut it way.
If you've got eagle eyes, you can go through the stuff on my channel and find a face reveal.
Yellow Flash?
No, mine.
Oh, well, you've been on my stream. Face revealed.
Well, that'll draw down.
Not during the stream.
Post stream, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, okay.
Well,
Hey, does
I will
Frog
be
Tony ever show
subscribing.
his face, Katie?
Who?
Frog Tony.
He did one time at the meetup, Chicago.
But not on stream.
No, there's a picture of him floating around from. Well, he's in a video with, I believe, Shane Davis.
Yes.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah. And then there's a picture up there with him and Riley. So his face is out there.
Okay.
He just doesn't own a camera, so let's encourage him to. But anyway,
He doesn't own a camera.
No, he doesn't have a camera.
He better raise that weekly goal.
Please.
That scrolls across the whole stream the whole time.
Bullshit. He doesn't own a camera.
Somebody's got to take over for M. Holt while he's in jail.
All right, guys. Y'all have a good night.
Thank you,
y'all.
Katie.
Thank you.
Good night, Katie.
Bye.
Bye. Let's get our solar flare update, Jim.
Okay.
He's answering the goddamn phone.
Well, at least he saw this already.
Good morning, folks. Today we're going to hit the Super Typhoon, an outstanding paper on cosmology, wiggles in a planetary disk, and Mars water loss processes. But we are starting, as always, with the last 24 hours on our star, where the last day was very quiet. Solar flaring has dropped out for the most part. Sunspots facing Earth are nowhere near as active as the sunspots on the far side of the sun, which have erupted twice in a big way in the last week. There are no solar wind enhancements currently on their way to Earth either. We will keep watching the sunspots, and we'll be keeping an especially close eye open next week to see if some of the bigger far side sunspots turn into view. Folks, that super typhoon we showed yesterday is making impact. Almost 500,000 people are evacuating from the area. High winds, waves, and flooding are the initial reports coming in. Hearts are with them. Let's go next to the grandest scales, where this team has determined that quantum potential energy and macroscopic particle effects can replace dark matter and dark energy, including galactic rotation curves and the redshift, which is universe expansion, not needed here. This falls into the category of normal matter cosmology, and we support all such deviations from the dark paradigm. Up next, we are coming down to a planetary system beginning to come together. This young star and debris disk is readying to collapse into planets, and astronomers here are detecting the details within the disk, showing how clumps of material are impacting the velocity profile of the gas in the disk, and that causes a wiggle to show up in the dynamic tracking of material in motion. This was predicted by supercomputer models, and now seen for the first time here. Folks, yesterday we discussed how solar storms cause extreme cloud plume activity on Mars.
Jim, are you there?
Today we're seeing that same activity likely plays the...
So has any scientist ever seen an actual planet get created?
I don't think so.
I mean, how are they predicting this shit low watermark? They're predicting that a star is going to explode and create some planets. Is that what they're
Well,
saying?
I mean, the theory, so. who
Yeah,
knows?
is the theory correct?
Don't they know we live in the Matrix? Like, I mean, this is all a computer simulation, right, Julio? Like,
Where's that girl in the red dress? And I need guns. Lots
I was
of
about to
guns.
answer your question about stars exploding and creating planets until you mentioned the Matrix.
no, but like seriously, Julio, like the whole. I mean, I don't think it's ever been witnessed. I don't think. How can they even make that statement? Like, there's the scientific term was there's a wiggle. There was a wiggle in the.
Well, they go back because what they're saying is this is what we theorized, and now we're seeing it happen. So maybe our theory is correct. That's good science.
Wear your mask.
No, that's bad science. I think you should trust the science, except that whole biology shit.
That motherfucker should be in jail, and he should be probably in Guantanamo. He's that bad of a person.
Guantanamo.
Yes, he should be there. He's a piece of shit. He's been a piece of shit since the 80s with the AIDS pandemic. That guy needs to be rotting in a prison somewhere. Good Lord. Go ahead, Jim. I'm sorry.
He's muted.
He's talking
He's
to
on
his
it.
son,
He's-
probably.
He's playing on that damn phone again.
Just hit play, Jim. Hit the.
We're in
hit
the communications blackout on
hit
the
space bar on your keyboard, Jim.
Starliner.
How is the poll doing? Oh,
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. We got less than 10 minutes. We're 9 minutes from expected touchdown. How's the poll looking?
I didn't even know about this turtle until you mentioned it. Now I'm all hyped. I can't wait to find out
I
what happened.
know. I'm hoping for Rudd. That's what I'm going for.
Perfect Landing is crushing. Like it's dropping quickly, but I can't vote in my own poll. What the fuck? But Perfect Landing is at 36. Just dropped again, or 35. Hard Landing's at 17. RUD is at 30, and Technically Landed in Pieces is 17. It looks like Perfect is and RUD are gonna be neck and neck. We need but there's
nobody wants to vote for Hard.
guys, there's a lot of people watching. There's only 24 votes. Get in there and vote. Vote. Well, if you're on your cell
You don't
phone,
have much time. We've
if
got
you're on
8
your
minutes.
Cell phone, and if you're on Twitter watching, just jump on the YouTube channel and vote.
It's the most important vote you'll make all year, Chad.
Dude, because our
That's
vote
right.
matters.
Nothing else
Like,
is.
this vote here matters more than any vote you're going to do at the election booth. What are you talking about? Jim,
Ooh,
are
we
you
can
gonna
see it.
are you gonna hit the play button, Jim?
We have a delayed landing. They stopped at a Popeyes on the way back.
We can join back in. Share my screen. We got a few minutes. We can watch this happen live. Let's see how this poll goes out. We're actually getting video of it.
Amazing.
So they planned it to land right at midnight Eastern time. I mean,
No, I don't think is that that is going to be right at it.
it
I
seems
think
awful coincidental that it's exactly that
that's
time.
perfectly timed.
Yeah.
Low watermark. Of course it is.
I got a little nervous when I was reading their press release when they were doing the separation from the space station, because they said it can return to Earth in as little as 6 hours, and I'm like, what do you mean as little as? Shouldn't this stuff be pretty precise?
So I know nothing about this. What is Starliner?
Starliner's Boeing's crewed spaceship that they did the third test with, and they sent 2 humans up to the space station, and it had problems, and they didn't feel it was safe for it to return home with the astronauts. So they were supposed to come back in June. They were supposed to come back a week after that, and they And they're going to be staying there until sometime next year when Elon is going to, surprisingly, I think this is hilarious. So technically, Elon is going to send his ship up, and they're going to come back with that next group when that one returns. So it'll be early next year. But I think it's hilarious that if you were to place bets, who would have beat who into the rideshare market, Tesla or SpaceX? And SpaceX is going to beat Tesla into rideshare.
So this is coming back unmanned.
Yes, it is unmanned because they didn't feel it was safe enough.
Okay.
It had all kinds of problems. They had leaks. They had weird sounds that they couldn't explain coming from it.
So why are they bringing it
weren't
back?
able
Why
to
don't they just make it space debris?
Because I mean, if it can return, they feel like it possibly could return. I mean, the entire point is that this is an expensive piece of equipment.
And does
If
this
they
tie
can get
in-
it back and figure out what's wrong,
Does
then
this
they
tie
can,
all the business with the DEI Boeing stuff that was being talked about?
I
months
believe
ago?
so. I believe so.
So you're saying, okay, so all right, I got it.
Yeah, remember that DEI stuff started in 2017 for Boeing. So yeah, they
Oh, so
So
you're
th-
saying maybe some people that weren't